Hello everyone, it's Athrun Talan here, and it's been quite a while since my last video. What I'm planning to do for the next few weeks, possibly a couple of months, is a little thing I'm going to call Retroberfest. I'm going to be focusing on playing quite a lot of retro games, anything up to sort of PS1 era. And most of the suggestions have come from friends of mine, with the occasional one or two thrown in myself. And of course the first one I was going to do is always going to be the first Sonic, because it's a classic. It's one of the first games I ever played on the Mega Drive, and yeah, it had to be done. So what are the rules for this particular playthrough? What I'm going to be aiming for is playing through for about an hour an episode, something like that. So each game is going to be about an hour long. Only going to really spend one episode on each game, unless I'm really enjoying it, in which case I might play more. The other thing I'm going to be looking at doing is focusing on certain challenges that I want to complete. So the Sonic games in particular, I want to get all the emeralds. To do that, I may have to use save states here and there. So there's probably going to be heavy use of save states through these playthroughs. If you're not a fan of that, please move along. Aside from that, I'm going to just do my best, really. I'll try and get this emerald, so I'm pretty close. There we go. That's one down, 5 to go. I want to finish this game with all 6 emeralds if I can. It's been a long time since I played this game. I think the last time might have been with P. Green Joe for one of the anniversaries. So it's kind of getting back into it and seeing how I do. I've got quite a few other games on the docket, including probably the rest of the Mega Drive Sonics. Rocket Knight Adventures, and a couple suggested by friends of mine, which you'll have to find out as we go through. There we go. What I'm going to try and do is get through this as quickly as I can. It's been a while since I played it, so you know, it might take me a few attempts. We'll see. So where have I been for the last few months? Simply really busy. I have taken on a new job, which is keeping me a lot busier. Oops, wrong button. Which is keeping me a lot busier than previous. Leaves me with a lot less free hours for gaming, which isn't great. And aside from that, we adopted a dog a few months ago now. She's a rescue dog, hasn't had a lot of socialization, and is quite nervous, so we've been spending a lot of time with her. She's a lovely dog, absolutely beautiful, but she is still very nervous and needs a lot of attention. Because of that, it's left me with a lot less... Try and reverse that. It's left me with a lot less free time than I had previously. So you can see already the save states coming into play here, just to try and get through the more difficult special stages. I was never particularly good at this one, and to be honest with you, I'm never really good at them full stop. But I'll just, you know, get through it hopefully. I always like the music and the sort of layout of these levels, but I was never actually very good at them like that. Want to go? Oh, don't want to go that way. Do not want to go that way. God damn it. There we go. Should be through that. No. Damn it. I can't get through that tunnel. Ooh, that's a pain in the ass. There we go. So I'm going to save state it there. Just because I don't want to have to really go through that section again. If I can get away with it. Oh, I'm so close to getting in there. Right, if I can do this right. There we go. Man, that took so much longer than I wanted it to. Still, 2 emeralds down, it's a start. And we're on to Act 3 of Green Hill Zone. This zone was always so iconic. It was just, yeah, I loved it back in the day. And it's probably explains why they've spent so many games remastering it in one way or another. We've had quite a few variations over the years, including the most recent Sonic Forces, which it's, let's face it, just terrible. So, how did I get so much height on that jump while I'm thinking about it? Simply, there was, in the early Sonic games, well, there still is, I suppose, a method of getting more height on a jump if you jumped halfway up a ramp, which made some jumps easier, I suppose, in a way. Not necessarily all of them. Which is how you get that extra life. Man, that sentence kind of got away from me, didn't it? So anyway, we're coming up to the boss, so let's just focus on the boss, shall we? Ah, this music. I loved this music. This was a proper menacing boss battle. Well, not menacing boss battle, but the music certainly was. It gave you a real sense of... It was the first time you'd encountered Robotnik in this game, and it was proper, oh hell, proper boss kind of time. The later games, the boss music maybe not as good, certainly on the mini-boss acts, I don't know. Interested to see what you guys think. Anyway, into Marble Zone. Now this zone, again, loved the music. It is, along with Starlight Zone, one of my favourite levels, mainly because of the music. I'm not a massive fan of the occasional very slow trips through the lava on a single block. Those never really appealed to me, but I loved the aesthetic of the rest of the level. And there are some great remixes of this music out as well, including one called Marble Heart. I haven't been able to find it again recently. The guy who created it seems to have sort of disappeared off the internet. I think it was available on VG Mix as opposed to OC Remix. And VG Mix is, I'm not even sure if it's still there. It went down quite a lot. I think it got hacked, and when it did eventually come back, most of the remixes have gone. So I don't know if the website still exists or not. Shame if not. Okay. Right down at the bottom of the level. And we've got this weird ass block thing. I never kind of understood this one, because it's just like, why are they falling when you approach them? And why only some of them? I don't know, it's weird. There is a great shortcut in one of these levels, I think it's in Act 3, which Pea Green Joe didn't know about, shockingly. He is, I would say, almost as much of a Sonic fan as I has been over the years, and it's something that, yeah, even he wasn't aware of, and I was really surprised at that. I thought everyone knew it. I did miss it the last time we were playing through, but I'll try and cap it this time round. So we're going to be aiming for our third emerald here. And I've got to remember how to get through to the emeralds this time round. There it is, right in the middle. Which you'd think would be fairly simple to get to, but yeah, the reverse means it's a real pain in the backside. I'm going to try and hit the down button a few times and decrease the speed. Gives us more of a chance of actually hitting it. Oh, no, no, no. Huh. That was weird. I totally feel like I should have been knocked out then. I mean, I'm not complaining. Believe me, not complaining. But it was a bit weird. Apparently that one's my lucky charm or something. At least I've got a decent amount of rings from this one. Ah, naffed that one up a bit. Try and jump round. That, I swear to God, that goal is not active. It's weird. It's just like it doesn't work. But again, not really complaining. Try and get myself back into the middle again. This might do it. Oh yeah, this'll do it. Lovely stuff. I did say there would be quite heavy use of save states. Continue's always good though. I'm going to be aiming for the 6 emeralds by the end of Spring Yard Zone, which means I am going to be needing to finish each level with 50 rings. While that shouldn't be a problem, again, save states are going to come to the rescue. They're going to be what I'm aiming to use to try and keep myself alive, so don't expect any deaths or any permanent deaths by the end of Spring Yard Zone. After that, maybe I'll be a little more flexible, we'll see. This was the first trip through the lava, and god damn it, it's so slow. Such a pain in the backside. Oops, thought I jumped down far enough then, apparently not. This bit I used to love when I was a kid as well. You don't need to go particularly fast through here, but the first time round it gave me a real sense of, oh hell, there's a lava flow behind me. It should be terrifying. Nowadays though, it's not too bad. Got one more lava flow I think in this level that you need to travel along, and I remember in the past when I was a kid it was one of my most hated areas because I could never make the jump. It's stupid, it's a really simple jump, but I could never make it. Go figure. And I think it's the one, yeah, it's the one along here. The one that boosts you up and then you have to jump off and onto the side platform. Could never do it. Or maybe like 1 out of 6, something like that. It was just, yeah, I was really bad at it. Even back then I was terrible at games. Which is one of the reasons I'm using save states so much now, because, yeah, I'm just terrible at them. There you go, easy jump, see? But, yeah, 10-year-old me, terrible at it. I should be, yep, I thought so. And that star post means we are nowhere near the end of the level. But yeah, anyway. Not sure why I went for him. I didn't really need to, did I? Ooh. I did consider using... There's a Sonic 1 ROM hack which enables spin dash. And I did consider using it, but I kind of felt like I had to do it properly without the spin dash. That being said, there is a Sonic 3 ROM that I'll be using for Sonic 3 and Knuckles called Sonic 3 Complete, which, among other things, re-enables the Big Arms boss at the end of Launch Space. How the hell I managed to do that without dying, I don't know. Or without taking damage, I don't know. Yeah, re-enables the Big Arms boss at the end of Launch Space. He was always one of my favourite bosses. He was a proper threat. He was difficult to kill. Even Super Sonic, you could have your rings stripped away. He was a difficult boss, and I loved it. So I was really disappointed when Sonic and Knuckles stripped that away in the transition. It was a shame, really was. Still, never mind. Sonic 3 Complete ROM should bring it back. And I'm looking forward to facing him again. Hopefully with all the emeralds, if we can do it. Now, which way? I'd say this way, yep. It's always the way with the rings. It's like a subtle way of drawing you in the right direction. Well, I say subtle if you can count an arrow as being subtle. Sometimes it's more subtle than others. Just going to chill here for a second and then try and jump across. There we go. That was an easy one. In comparison to the last couple that we've done, that was really easy. And next up, we are Marble Zone Act 3, where we'll find our lovely little shortcut, which cuts a decent chunk of the level off as well, if memory serves. I can go this way, not sure if it's worth going this way. Yeah, either of these ways is fine. The other one's a little more difficult. And I kind of don't need to take that path, so I may as well take this one. There's a shield up there, though. I don't know if that's on this path. No, I think it's on the other one. That's a shame. Oh well. We will make it work without it. We don't need it. So, the shortcut I think is coming up. It's after this area. And I remember not being able to find it the last time I tried to work through this level. I think the first time I completely missed it, and the second time I just couldn't remember where it was. It's been, yeah, far too long. Another lava float. Wait here for a second, there should be a block that comes out, yeah, which will allow me to jump over here. I think it's through here. Yeah, there it is. And lovely hidden extra life. This is the bit that's a little more difficult, but not too bad. Kill a couple of these bats. Goram bats. For those of you interested in TV tropes, or those of you who recognise the quote. Or is it Goran spiders? No, it's goddamn spiders, not goddamn bats. Although, you may as well call bats the same thing, depending on the game. Look at... look at Pokemon. Bloody Zubats in Pokemon Red. Absolutely insane. Alright, here we go. And by that I mean the amount of Zubats. There were a couple of levels that are just... yeah. Or a couple of areas that are just kind of full of them. Well, this is not going well. I need to get this back under control. There we go. I just lost the rhythm for a minute there, and that was kind of it. Almost finished and almost dead, but hey, we managed to finish it. Managed to do it. And we've got coming up what I kind of consider as a bit of a drop in quality. I was never a big fan of Spring Yard Zone, although it was a much faster zone than Marble Zone. But I was never really a fan of it. And I can't really tell you why, it just never clicked with me. Aside from the crab killers suddenly having the power to shoot fireballs, which they didn't before. This and Labyrinth Zone, not really a fan of either of them. Labyrinth Zone we're probably going to spend a while on. One thing you might be aware of, or might not be aware of, with certainly Sonic 1, shoot. Probably still got the ability to get enough rings, so I'll carry on for now. Yeah, with Sonic 1, when you reach top speed, if you continue holding the direction that you want to go in, you'll actually go slower, weirdly, than if you just leave the controls go. I think I work around it by hitting down. Or holding down to keep in a spin dash. That seems to be the best approach. That was due to a max speed that Sonic Team had built into the engine. I don't know why. They had the same thing in Sonic 2, although they didn't have that as a ground speed. That was more of they had a max speed for both ground and air. In Sonic 1. Sonic 2 there was a max air speed but not a max ground speed, which is why areas like Chemical Plant Zone go so insanely fast that sometimes the camera can't even keep up. And Sonic 3 was when they finally did away with it full stop and had the max speed, completely removed. So I've got 50 rings, gonna try and make it through in one piece. We'll see how well that goes for us. I'm going to try and hit that ring. There we go. Oh no! Wrong button. There we go. I've been playing RetroArch quite a lot recently, and I gotta say I love the fast forward and rewind functions. I've got them mapped on a controller for the Mega Drive, and sometimes it just makes things so much easier. Although I'm occasionally pressing the wrong controls and getting them mixed up, which isn't great. Try and hang here for a second, and then no, fine. I've still got a few slots open, by the way, as well, so if anyone fancies suggesting a game that you'd like to see played in Retroberfest, please let me know. I may make this a yearly thing, we'll see. Really depends how this one goes and how much I enjoy it. I'll be pulling in a few friends for some of them as well. One of my friends suggested Quackshot, he's going to be joining me for some commentary on that one. And one or two other games that I'm sure you'll find out in due course. There we go, there's another emerald down. And I'm going to pause the video for just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. I spilled my drink. I had to go and make myself up a fresh one. Fortunately, no electronics damaged. I spill my drink! So yeah, I briefly mentioned Sonic Forces earlier in the episode, and my god, what a disappointment that game was. I loved Sonic Mania. I had high hopes for Forces, given that it was another anniversary game, and the last one they did was Generations, which was stupendous. And yeah, I was also kind of looking forward to a darker Sonic game for a while. But my god, was it awful. Yeah, between the 2D sections, which just did not work, having classic Sonic in there for apparently no reason other than nostalgia, and just a poor storyline. Poor storyline, not great leveling, and poor pacing. Sort of, we went from Sonic being tortured for 6 months to, yeah, I'm all fine, we're great, it's all fine here. I was so disappointed. And it's left me wondering whether the Sonic team have actually got a decent 2D game, a decent 3D game in them anymore. Or whether it's more... Damn it! Let's just jump that back. Or whether it's more going to be picked up, whether the slack's going to be picked up by studios like Christian, what's he called? Christian Whitehead? Headcanon? Oh, for God's sake. What was I even thinking there? Why was I thinking? How was I thinking? The answer, simple answer, was that I wasn't. That's more like it. That's what I was aiming for the first time around. So, I'm gonna get myself up there if I can. No, of course I can't. Dude, really? Yeah, it's better. Might have to actually, there we go, run and jump this one. I can't wait until the platform comes to me. I'm going to have to go to the platform. I think I'm almost at the end of this act, maybe? Yeah, this is it. There we go. So this should get us the last emerald. And from then on, it'll just be getting through the game as quick as we can. And enjoying the Starlight Zone, which we know is coming, and I'm really looking forward to. This one's a little more difficult, if I remember. Well, not so much difficult, just time-consuming. Should have just waited that out, really. Might be able to do it here. There we go. Oh, so close. Wait for it to come around again. Let's try and slip through the middle. And there we go. Maybe I'm not quite so bad at these levels than I thought I was. Anyway, Sonic's got them all. Get my words. All emeralds obtained. Try saying that 3 times fast. Try saying it 1 time fast, apparently. And we're going to be blitzing through this level as soon as we can. And then moving our way onwards to Labyrinth Zone, which is such a horrible level. But we'll talk about that when we get there. So I need to go up then. The one thing I did quite like about this level was the music. It had pretty cool music. It fits, it managed to fit with the zone pretty well. Damn. How were there 2 enemies and I missed jumping on both of them? That's just terrible. Oh, that was even worse. Let's try that again, shall we? That's better. So up or down, up or down, up or down. Up! Again. Should have gone up. These bits I hated as well. There's something about sort of artificially being slowed down in a game where you're playing as, you know, the fastest thing alive that just doesn't sit right. That's probably why Labyrinth Zone and in general water levels are such a turn off. Or the water levels in Sonic games are such a turn off. There is a secret bit, I think, up there, but I didn't manage to sneak in far enough, which is a shame, but never mind, don't need it. I think it's an extra life, but again, don't really need it. I don't know why that thing's still moving. It's very strange. Hoping to get onto... It's there. No, apparently I can't get there. Fine. I suppose I could have gone right. And avoided the block, but now I'm just going to have to take these platforms. Damn. Ooh. Oh, nice. Got across there, and there. Oh yay, more fast spiked balls. Followed by slow spiked balls. And then fast ones again. Because why not? Do 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 do. Think we're near the end of this level. Hope we're near the end of this level. I should have gone up. Oh no, 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 no. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. I'm pretty sure there's a bottomless pit down there. The background in this is pretty cool as well, the sort of cityscape. Here we go, boss time. 3 down. Okay, only a couple more hits, I think. There we go. Job's a good one. There's a realistic boss battles, or realistic Sonic battles somewhere on YouTube. It's worth going to take a look, because this particular, the parody of Spring Yard Zone, Robotnik spikes out the first block and the entire bridge collapses. Sonic dies. It's hilarious. Yay, Labyrinth Zone. So, why do I hate Labyrinth Zone? Well, it's probably the same reason most people hate Labyrinth Zone. It's a water level. But unlike most people, I don't hate Labyrinth Zone because of the fear of drowning. I know it causes anxiety for a lot of people in this game, but I actually quite like it. It adds a bit of a more difficult element to Sonic. Forces you to keep an eye out for air bubbles. And I suppose in a game about a blue hedgehog is somewhat realistic. What I don't like is how goddamn slow you are in the water. It is just awful. This level is... it's a drag, it really is. And it's a drag because you're so slow in the water. That was annoying. It takes an age to get anywhere, it takes an age to move around. Yeah, it's just not great. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, may have screwed myself over. Get the air bubble, get the air bubble. Whew. Must have been close because the music restarted. There we go. So yeah, that's what I hate about this about these water levels, and Scrap Brain Act 3 is exactly the same. You move so slowly, it takes ages to get anywhere, and the controls just aren't responsive. That's why I hate Labyrinth Zone. Oh, the boss is awful as well. The boss is just lazy. It's like they didn't have an idea for him as a boss, so decided the best approach was just to leave it as a chase, which just didn't work. Damn. So yeah, not a fan. It's Sonic 2 was a little bit better with its water level with the Aquatic Ruin Zone. It had a lot faster areas, and you could actually avoid, if you were good enough, going in the water altogether. Sonic 3 is where they got it right. There was no water zone in Sonic and Knuckles, as far as I remember. But Sonic 3, Hydra City Zone, man. Who doesn't enjoy running on water? It was fast, it was fluid, it was a lot more enjoyable than any of the other water levels they did beforehand. Definitely my favourite. This could be a problem. No, okay, good. I was a bit worried for a minute there. Orbinauts. Although this Orbinaut's a little bit easier because he shoots all the spikes off. The ones in Starlight Zone don't. They're a little more chilled, but they just have a habit of... oh, you son of a gun. They just have a habit of just holding on to all of their spikes. Makes them a lot more difficult to deal with. Kind of have to duck or have an invincibility, one of the two. Grab some rings. Oh god, messed that up. Never mind, it's fine. There's an exit right there. Well, that's a good job I aimed to get the emeralds by Labyrinth Zone, isn't it? Never mind. Labyrinth Zone 2. Almost as bad as wow, no, worse than Labyrinth Zone 1. You go on for so long. Also, this jump, this thing. Oh no, that's on Act 3, isn't it? There is an area on Act 3 which is just a real pain in the backside. I think they reused that concept for Sandopolis Zone. There's a section in Sandopolis Zone Act 2, right at the beginning, where you could conceivably run out of time if you don't know the jump you're aiming for. I know I used to, again, when I was younger. Not so much nowadays, but I spent ages on that zone and was always confused with it. Plus the ghosts. Oh, the ghosts. So, what has everyone been playing recently, anyway? Me, I've spent what little gaming time I have, solo gaming time anyway, playing on the Switch. I've had a couple of games sat on there for a while that I haven't got around to playing, so I decided to give them a crack. The first being Super Mario Odyssey, which, oh, such a good game. It's just, you know, when games used to be like just really insanely fun, and they were innocent and just generally enjoyable. It reminds me of that. It has a real friendly, carefree quality to it that a lot of games are missing. I loved it so much. I spent a lot of time with it. Didn't get all the moons, but I did really enjoy the gameplay. Yeah, and each of the worlds was so diverse and unique and different that it was really fun to do. What was the other one? Oh, the other one. The other one I've been playing loads of is Breath of the Wild. And oh my god, if it's not a system seller. It's been a while since I played an open world adventure or an open world game that I enjoyed as much as Breath of the Wild. It's been a while since I've had a game where there's been a sort of sheer joy of moving from point A to point B. This whole, oh hey, I wonder what that is sort of thing. I wonder what that. Ah, really? You bastard. You know, I wonder what that shiny thing is in the distance. It's, yeah. I've been missing that in games. Zelda just took me hours to finish, and I don't regret any of the time I spent on it. I went out of my way to collect the Master Sword and a lot of hidden bits and pieces. Not all of the shrines, but a decent proportion of them. I'm really glad I did, because they just... yeah. It was such a great game. One of my favourites of... Between that and Super Mario Odyssey, they're probably two of my games of the generation. Not really surprising, being Nintendo. However I feel about their business practices lately, I'm thinking specifically of their crusade again to deal with ROMs. One of my favourite sites, MU Paradise, has been forced to basically get rid of everything on their site because Nintendo got a hard-on for them after all these years, and the only reason I can think of it is because they're working on the N64 Classic and afraid that the ROMs are going to cut into their profit margin, which they're not. I mean, Jesus Christ, Nintendo. So yeah, that's annoying. What else have I been playing? Well, a couple of friends, myself, my partner, and a friend of ours have been playing through Divinity, Original Sin 2. Elle and I, my partner and I, really enjoyed the first one, and yeah, we decided to introduce him to the second one, friend of ours, the second one. And yeah, really good game. Many hours spent. But a really good game. Having said that, I sort of had the problem that I have with some RPGs by the end of the game, where it's just like, it kind of feels like there should be an end to this now. You know, when you sort of get to a point with the game where you think, okay, the ending should be here. Why hasn't the ending come up yet? That sort of thing. Get through here? Oh, shoot. Let's just get through here, shall we? There we go. Got the shield as well, which is handy. It's going to be useful for this level. That was stupid. I already knew that was a mistake when I hit that. Why did I do it? Why did I do it, son? Why did I do it? Never mind. I'm sure we'll work around it. I can't remember if down or up was the best approach, but I'm here now. I have to make the best of it. Hopefully I will get to the air pocket soon as well. Slightly concerned about that. There's one. I just hope one's going to pop inside. Pop possibly being a poor choice of words. There we go, there's the switch. May as well grab another air bubble before I go through. I could have just got one up here instead. Oh shoot, that was a mistake as well. Well, I can kill it, but now I have no rings left. Hopefully we won't have any traps or anything to deal with on the way up. There we go, and I'm out. Great. Ow. Balls. Have I missed it? Have I now missed it? No. The game coming back down? No. Okay, I'm going to rewind this. There we go. Don't know if you can actually just drown on that section then. Which is kind of sucky if so. And the first of the insanely large labyrinth zone climbs. The second being full of traps and a boss. Which is coming right now. And I have no rings. I have a shield but no rings. This could be a problem. That's right, I'm cheesing it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with my manager. Oh, shoot. Can I make it through without? Oh, that was close. That was closer. I really could have done with rings on this section. Oh, shoot. There we go. I hate this boss. The death trap's kind of annoying, but it just feels like laziness. To be fair, to be honest. Okay, sorry about that. Had a bit of a coughing fit. Pepsi went down the wrong way. Starlight Zone. One of my favourites. I like the background. I like the music. Love the music, actually. It's one of my favourite tracks in this game. And I just love the loops and things as well. What I don't like is the explosive mines. You can't destroy them, you just have to avoid them. Oh, there's the first of these Orbinauts. I'm just going to wait for him to very carefully pass over my head. There we go. Grab some rings. Drop this platform. Because in this level in particular you want to stay as high up as you can. Why? Simply because there are a lot of bottomless pits in this level. And at least being up high, you might still fall into them, but it gives you more of a chance of avoiding them. And a few, you know, fair chances to rescue yourself before it happens. In fact, there's a lot of unkillable things in this level. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. Oh, that was not worth it. There we go. That's what I was aiming for. And right at the end. Ah, we don't even have a special stage to go in anymore, and 84 rings, this late in the game. It's the first time I've finished a level with that many rings for quite a while. See how far I can get. Just let the controller go to avoid... Damn, missed that. Can avoid the explosives. Might be able to get up there. Can get up there. Good. Another Orbinaut. Another couple of Orbinauts. Just run underneath them. Oh no! Ah, hell. Well, I'm going to put the invincibility to good use then. And fail entirely. Oh no. Okay. Fine. It's alright. I can work around this. I've only lost all but one of my rings. There we go. Back on track. Hey! Damn treacherous spring. More explosive drones over there. Drones, bombs, mines. I don't know what. Don't really know what they are. I just know it's probably good to avoid the hell out of them. Oh yeah. So we want to be going down, I'm guessing. I'm going to take that platform over there. Yep, this is end of act. Great. Man, Starlight Zone's just flying by. And the boss on this one isn't particularly difficult either. It's quite a nice little concept. I think it's the first one you have where you kind of have to force Robotnik to destroy himself in a way. Oh no, that may have been a mistake. Oh yeah. Yeah, mistake. I do wonder if this is the... if this is the cityscape that you see in the background of what's it called? Not Scrap Brain Zone. Come on, we were there earlier. Springyard Zone. I wonder if this is the city you see in the background of Springyard Zone. It'd be cool if it was. It'd be some sort of like little bit of continuity. You know what I was saying about wanting to stay at the top of this level? Yeah, that ain't going so well, is it? Literally at the bottom. If we go any lower, I'm gonna die. And it's kind of terrifying. Bottomless pit's never fun. Hopefully I can get myself back up to the top. Well, not necessarily to the top, but just far enough up that it's not going to be an issue. You don't see one of these again until... when is it? Sky Sanctuary Zone. Sky Sanctuary in Sonic and Knuckles. Ah, good old Sky Sanctuary Zone. It was a good level as well. Again, loved the music. And although the clouds were kind of annoying, I quite liked the boss battles against Metal Sonic in recycled Robotnik contraptions. And it's kind of cool that it was Knuckles' final boss battle as well. I know his storyline was set later than Sonic's, so kind of having him facing anything in the Death Egg just didn't kind of make a lot of sense. Dang, missed that one. Aha! Take it, Robotnik. Didn't expect that one to drop there. But don't need to worry about it. Job's done. That took us about double the time that the first two acts did. Which I suppose doesn't surprise me. I did hit the bottom of the level. It tends to be the slowest area. Yeah, we know what's coming next. Scrap fucking Brain Zone. This was such difficulty spike. You played through the rest of the game, you got this far, and suddenly it was like the game saying, you know what? Fuck you. This is what we're capable of. Especially these sections, which I was never very good at, but somehow managed to pull off. Whew. Yeah, there's rotating platforms. The last time I did this, my timing was so bad. I just could not. I spent a good minute trying to get onto one of them. It's just ridiculous. Show me the way. That's the way. Oh, shoot. Well, at least I can stay on the top section. The music's pretty cool in this as well. It does sort of scream final zone. It's just an absolute nightmare. Okay. Let's try that one more time. No, apparently this game does not want me to have those rings. I am just bad at timing. Well, I was never a great comedian. Just terrible with the jokes. Well, more specifically the timing. This one's a little bit easier at least. There we go. What didn't make sense with this was Act 3, which feels completely out of place with the rest of the level, or the rest of the zone. It's almost like it was the underbelly of the city, I guess? Like Scrap Brain Zone was built on top of part of Labyrinth Zone. I don't know. Always felt a bit strange to me. Anyway, one down, 2 to go. I'm going to aim for a shortcut in Act 3 as well, which I'm not sure if Joe knew about that one or not. Okay, that was weird. I was standing in the fire for ages before that hit. It's difficult to... It's not too difficult, but it is a little bit more difficult than I'd like to actually access, but it's well worth it because it cuts off so much of the level. Suddenly an act that can take you like 6 minutes is cut down to like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes tops. Lovely stuff. Get through here before the fire goes out. Somehow managed to avoid all of those explosives and the fire. My partner has been playing a lot of Spider-Man as well. She was really excited about it coming out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, massive slowdown. Don't know if that was the emulator or the game. Wow, that was slowdown. Yeah, she was really looking forward to it. Really hyped up about it before it came out, and she's been playing it to death since. So I guess it must live up to the hype for her, which is great. She doesn't play... Oh god. This is the section. She doesn't play through as many games as I do. Okay. There we go. Oh, feck. Okay. Oh, I can't get up there again now. Can't pass through that. There we go. Get there eventually. That might have actually been the section I fell into the last time I played this game. Such an annoyance. Yeah, she doesn't play through as many games as me, so she tends to find one that she wants to play and plays it to death. A great example would be Overwatch. Between the two of us, we've spent so many hours on Overwatch over the last couple of years. Oh, fed. For crying out loud. I think we're coming to the end of this act now, which is great because I am out of patience, out of rings, and yeah, I would say out of time, not out of time, but oh, I don't know actually. I don't know how long I've been recording now because I've paused the video. But we're nearly at the end of the game, so we may as well keep going. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, good. A few rings. No, we're not at the end of the act. Yeah, we are. That's it. End of the act. Great. And this next bit was such a fake out. I thought after 2 acts, wow, we're going straight into the final boss. Different music and everything. But no. Robotnik's just gonna dick you over. And I wish they'd animated that slightly differently so that Sonic like looks shocked as he fell or something like that. There we go, that's the shortcut. Which should make the rest of this level a damn sight faster. And this is like just basically a palette swapped labyrinth. Oh dear, that's not good. That's not a good start. That's not a good sound. Let's just reload that, shall we? Yes, I know it's cheeky. No, I don't care. There we go, that was much easier. Oh, always forget about that ball. I shouldn't, it's been there enough times. I think I can go down here. Gonna want to grab some air, but I'm pretty sure it's this way. Yeah, I can go up onto the right, I think. Bit concerned about lack of air, might go back and get some. Oh yeah, I was close. Always good to play it safe. Now there's a few, there they are, spiked balls. Up here. Gonna grab a bit more air. When the game seems fit to reward me. Pretty damn close. Oh! Damn it. That was stupid. I'm just gonna reload that again. For speed, basically. And then be hit by absolutely none of them on the way through. But that cuts so much time off the off Act 3, it's ridiculous. And it's such an awful act that it's good to do it. The final boss of Sonic 1. I have my own way of dealing with this. I know a lot of people kind of stand in the middle and avoid the pistons. I'm not very good at that. So my plan, or my aim, I stand on the right hand side, I avoid the electrics, and I hit Robotnik when I get the opportunity, which isn't as often as I'd like. So it means this level takes a lot longer than it should to finish off. And it's kind of annoying, because I think it's randomized. But, you know, one of those things, I guess. And unfortunately, you can only get one hit in a time. The great thing is, I've not died to this level by hiding away, well, I say hiding away in the corner, standing in the corner and avoiding the pistons. Whereas every time I've tried to do it by standing in the middle, the pistons always get me. I'm never quite fast enough to escape them. But it probably takes about double the time it could take if I was, you know, really good at it. I don't know. Shame you can only hit him once as well. It'd be quite nice to be able to get 2 or 3 hits on that section. A couple of really good remixes of this boss music actually as well. Definitely look them out. They are absolutely fantastic. And with that said and done, we have finished Sonic 1 and we finished it with all the emeralds, which is all the better. And now we can just sit back for a minute and enjoy this lovely ending, which with the emeralds makes things go a little bit weird. See, that's just strange. But I do love the credits as well. It's a nice little callback to all the levels you've been through, all the trials, all the tribulations. Although I do sometimes wonder why some of the music is in different placements than the levels. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But yeah, this is one of the first Sega Mega Drive games I ever had, and it still remains one of my favourites. It was the start of something very, very special. See, Labyrinth Zone, and yet we're in Spring Yard Zone. Go figure. Yeah, it was the start of something very special. It had a Game Boy before this, and a ZX Spectrum as well. And again, see, Marble Zone, Labyrinth Zone, what the hell? I'd had a ZX Spectrum, and I'd had a Game Boy, which I got really, really good at Super Mario World, or Super Mario Land, and Tetris. But this is the first game that I just fell in love with. Yeah. And what, 25, 26 years later? Still enjoy playing through it from time to time. There we go, we're back on music that actually works, or actually fits. I didn't take that route. Could have taken that route, didn't. Which is good, because those things that push you around, kind of annoying. And now we're Scrap Brain Zone again with Spring Yard Zone. What is going on? I don't know who was doing the composing, or not necessarily the composing, but fitting the credits to the music, but yeah, they did not think this through. This bit, on the other hand, fits nicely. And with that, we are done. I hope you've enjoyed it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you for the next one. Until then, I think Robotnik said it best, and till next time, Dracly.